Okay, so today we're going to be installing the Tannus Armour insert into the front tire of my rad Rover. I did the back tire already, and it's a little funky, but it's really just 4 easy steps. It's just a matter of getting it in there and having it fit right and everything. So it should be a little better on the front. I'm hoping anyway. So I got the wheel off, and it's still inflated, so we need to deflate the wheel. And in this case, I'm putting a new tire on. Brand new tire, Chaoyang, 50 bucks, Amazon. And then the Tannus Armour, which is really cool. It's protected on the sides. It's got a nice thick pad on the bottom, and it goes all the way around, so your tube fits inside of the Tannus Armour. And it seems like a pretty good product, and better than Mr. Tuffy, because Mr. Tuffy is very hard to install, and trying to get it straight and making sure it covers, you're covering the whole tire. This way, you know the entire tube is covered. So that's good to know. So I guess it doesn't prevent punctures, but as you probably know, like I know, I've had a lot of flats and just tired of getting flats. So these aren't too heavy. I don't think it's going to make too big of a difference, but let's put them on and hope for the best. Hopefully we'll have less flats. Now I put the one on the back already, and I also put a brand new tire on too, because my tires are worn out. Well, this is the 3rd set of tires I've had on my rad Rover, and it's about 3,000 miles. And the other one also, it's pretty worn out. So that's next. First thing we're going to do is let the air out. You're going to need a couple of these tire wedges or wrenches, whatever they call them, and you need 2 of them to get the tire off, although fat tires are pretty easy to get off. So you need a couple of those, but the nice thing about these is there's a little thing here where you can let the air out of the tire. I'm going to do that right now. I like to put excuse me, I like to put slime in my tires, my tubes. It seems to work pretty well. It actually stops punctures, but you know, only so much. So I'm going to actually put this in the new tube that I got with the Tannus Armour. They also send you a new tube. So and interesting that the tube that they sent you, it says it's a 26 by 3. So I think you actually get a little smaller tube to supplement the difference in size. So interesting, just to know in case you have to buy another tube and you have these things installed. And in case you didn't know, the back of the slime cap will take your valve stem out. So there you go. Okay, I have the tire off, and I took the old tire off and tube, and I took the new tire in and just put 1 bead over. So now I'm going to put the Tannus Armour into the tire and squeeze it in there and go from there, and then we'll put the tube in. So next we'll put the tube in.
So you work the Tannus Armour in first, around the bead of the rim. Not the easiest thing to do. There might be a better way to do it. Okay. And then the last thing to do is fire that on. And you know, with having this Tannus Armour thing on here too, you're less likely to pinch the tube. So now you have, gotta watch out the other side. Clean up that part loosely. Get them just right. We'll go around, just work it in.
So my GoPro ran out, so we're doing it on this camera. So we got the Tannus Pro armor into the tire. And so the sequence is pretty much just leave your tire on halfway, shove the Tannus Pro in there, make sure it's in there straight. It's not easy. And then you go with the inner tube after that. You do have to pump the inner tube up to probably 20 pounds, and to get it to, you know, so you don't feel like a gap between. Once it's expanded out, you really can't tell there's anything in there. It's not that heavy, a little bit heavier, but it's not bad. So anyway, it's in there. And got the other bead on finally. It's a little hard sometimes with fat tires because, you know, they fit so loosely. So when you pump them up, sometimes they pop out, and you know, it's just, you know, trial and error. But anyway, we're gonna put this back on the bike and give it a try.